Miransky and Marius Raya. 16 drivers out there in total. Here they come then, out onto the circuit. Another driver. Well, there's the grid. So let's go through it one more time. Then Konstantin Scholl, Zana Slavinsky, Alexis Corso, Kevin Ludi, Cosimo Durant, Abdullah Al-Rawahi, Mick Wieshofer, Vili Velanen, Michael Kuhl, Ferenc Kanksar, Pierre Alexandre Penequin, Lucas Bartosik, Barry Pullinger and Xavier Gonzalez, Slavomir Moransky and Marius Raya. Well, they're the 16 drivers that will be taking part. Difficult weekend so far for Barry Pullinger and Xavier Gonzalez. Let's see if they can find a turn of pace in this race. Not been as quick as I was expecting them to. Well, Xavier Gonzalez has the excuse of being absent for a year in terms of competing in this class. He's been off completing in KZ2. Barry Pullinger, though, really strange to see him down the order. A front runner in DD2 at this level. But 5 points separate the top three in the championship, as we said. In terms of the championship, effectively the rest of the weekend goes out the window. It's only about the two races coming up today that will count. With 174 points then, coming into this race is Kevin Ludi. 170 points is with Lucas Bartosik. 169 points with Ferenc Kanksar. So current leader is starting 4th. Second place, 4 points behind Ludi, is starting 12th. And 1 point behind Bartosik in 3rd is Kanksar. He is starting 10th. So in terms of the championship, those are the drivers you need to watch for. But Konstantin Scholl, not a million miles away in 4th place, and he is hunting down a top 3 finish. And if he can take both wins, then I don't see any reason why he can't do that. So Konstantin Scholl on your shot there. It's going to be 14-lap race, as the graphic tells you. Scholl is currently to the left of the picture. To the right is Slavinsky. And who can get away better at the start? Close races in this class so far. Certainly, we've had the top 6 breaking away. And some really, really good races. But Konstantin Scholl he qualified pole on Friday. In terms of the heats yesterday, well, heat number 1, Slavinsky won from Ludi and Scholl. Heat 2 was won by Scholl with Corso and Slavinsky 2nd and 3rd. Heat 3 was won by Scholl with Corso and Slavinsky 2nd and 3rd. Scholl made good starts every time he was pole for all the heats, as I said yesterday. Can he repeat that then? 14 laps, the DD2 pre-final about to start, and Scholl has made another good start. It's a dreadful start for Slavinsky, who drops to 6th place. Going through to 2nd was Corso, I think. And yes, it was. 3rd place is Cosimo Durant, and then I think it is Mick Wieshofer next along. The outside row really were delayed by the slow starting Zana Slavinsky, and Konstantin Scholl has already a fairly healthy lead as he makes his way through the back part of the circuit. There he is in the middle of your shot. 2nd, and then that's Alexis Corso, who looked good in the 2nd and 3rd heats yesterday. Cosimo Durant in 3rd place. Then it is Mick Wieshofer. So where are the championship players? Well, Kevin Ludi trying to make a move then. You saw him just trying to go up the inside into the left-hand hairpin there. Not good starts for Barry Pullinger and Xavier Gonzalez. They haven't really been able to make progress. But the order as we complete the first lap, it's Scholl, Corso, Durant, Wieshofer, Ludi, Slavinsky, Kuhl, Velanen, Kanksar. Abdullah Al-Rawahi did not make a good start. He's dropped down to 10th place as the karts make their way then out of turn 4 and down the long straight towards turn number 5. Here they come. And will we see any changes on this lap? Well, Ludi has gone through to 4th place. There he is. You can see he was behind Wieshofer, but the graphic confirming for us that he is gone through to 4th. There he is, Kevin Ludi then. So at the moment, the championship really going his way. And as he heads down, he's already catching Cosimo Durant. And if Ferenc Kanksar, and who's just made a place, and Lucas Bartosik don't have good races here, it could be all over before we even get to the final. So Kevin Ludi now right behind Cosimo Durant. I think we're going to see him pass maybe into turn 2. Here they come down towards turn 1. Watch Kevin Ludi as we go through turn 1 up to turn 2. There he goes towards the inside, and Cosimo Durant was threatening to defend there, but just took a slightly tight line, left space on the inside. Kevin Ludi went through and said thank you very much. He's now into third place. He's got around 0.3 of a second to Alexis Corsau. He's just set a new fastest lap, 61.4. Oh, and off the circuit then. I think that was Corsau who's gone off the circuit. And that's a real shame. You could see the dust being kicked up in the background. And will they rejoin? I think they have. So Konstantin Scholl still leads, but Alexis Corsau no longer in second place. So Kevin Ludi has now been gifted second place as they head down towards the last corner. Very strange incident. And going across turn 1 then, the gap between the two leaders, 0.4 of a second. It's another new fastest lap from Kevin Ludi. As we make our way up towards turn 2, there's a very good battle going on for around 8th place, I think that is. 8th or 9th, currently being led by Lucas Bartazuk, is it? In fact, that's going to be Michael Cool leading that battle. As the leaders, two leaders, right together now. Kevin Ludi looking very, very quick in this pre-final. There's the battle we were referring to, and a change of position. Who was that going through? That's the 644, which was Lucas Bartazuk, who made a place and dropped one at the same time. Just can't seem to find the pace this weekend. As up ahead, Kevin Ludi up the inside of Konstantin Scholl. You won't see it on your screens. There it is now. Kevin Ludi takes the lead away from Scholl. Kevin Ludi hasn't actually won a race this weekend as of yet, but he'd be timing it very well if he was to pick up his first win now. And Kevin Ludi exits turn 3 through turn 4. Kanksar is into 5th place, so let's keep an eye on him for the next few laps. He's just set a new fastest lap, 60.9 for the reigning European and world champion. As he heads up towards turn number 6, he's behind his teammate Mick Wieshofer. And how far behind is he? Well, he was 7/10 behind, but you can see that's not 7/10 anymore. That's halved that gap, certainly. And I don't think it will be too long before Ferenc is through. It would make things very interesting if Ferenc could... and Gonzalez trying to make a place on Lucas Bartazuk there. Had to back out the move in the end. Lead has come across the line. Another new fastest lap for Kevin Ludi, but it's beaten by Ferenc Kanksar, who you can see in shot now. There he goes up the inside of his teammate Mick Wieshofer. So Kevin Ludi, Ferenc Kanksar, up into 4th place. Quickest driver on circuit. What's the gap to Kevin Ludi? Well, it's over 2 seconds at the moment, but he's got around 9 laps to try and catch. It's doable, but the form Kevin Ludi's on at this stage, it's going to be very hard for Ferenc to do that. But if he could get second, he'd give himself a good chance come the final. So Kevin Ludi then exits up towards the penultimate corner. There he is in shot. Scholl second. 3rd place is Cosimo Durant. Look at Ferenc Kanksar. He's absolutely flying. He's almost with Cosimo as they... exit the last corner. Now, how soon are we going to see this move? There goes the leader through turn number 1 and up towards turn 2. You just saw Kanksar catching Durant. I think he's going to probably make this move down at turn 5 because he's almost with him as they exit turn 4. As we switch to our static camera, you may see... Well, there we can see then 3rd and 4th place. That's Ferenc Kanksar. He looks over his shoulder. He's not close enough to make the move just yet, but it's coming any second now. And Ferenc Kanksar no longer has the fastest lap. But there he goes up the inside. There it is on your screens. Ferenc Kanksar takes 3rd place. And, well, bit of a weird signal there, sort of I thought he was going to give him the push signal, but it looked more like a thumbs up. So Ferenc Kangsar then through to third place. And now the gap to Konstantin Scholl is around 1 second. Well, the graphic to the left of your screen will tell us exactly what it is. It's 1.3 seconds. Kevin Ludi did a 60.8 on that lap. Despite the move, Ferenc Kangsar did a 60.9. So only a tenth slower. Let's see what he can do in clear air. So the full order at the moment is Ludi, Scholl, Kangsar, Durant, Wieshofer, Slavinsky. And then it's Verlainen, Kuhl, Bartosik, Gonzalez, Penequin, Pullinger, Al-Rawahi, Moransky, Corsal. And then it's Rauer. So Alexis Corsal did get going again, and he's already passed the German driver. So up into 15th place. He's 3 seconds off Slavomir Moransky. But let's see if he can make any more. I'm interested to see what lap time Ferenc Kangsar does on this lap. Now he's in clear air, just behind Ville Verlainen, who you can see in the white helmet there. There's a very good battle going on for 8th place, being led by Michael Kuhl. It's from 8th through to 14th. Let's see. Well, you'll see it just going across. You would have saw a sea of drivers heading up towards turn number 2, and we'll probably pick it up on the static cameras. There's a move for 9th place there. That was Bartosik going past Javier Gonzalez. So Bartosik makes a place. Oh, but he loses it again. You would have saw it on your screens there on the static camera, and there is the battle. You can see 2 or 3 across as they exit turn number 6 and down towards 7. Pullinger looks like he's gained a couple of places in this, maybe 10th or 11th now. The leaders are heading towards the last corner, but this, the main battle on circuit then. Leading it, Michael Kuhl in 8th place. So we'll bring you the order as they cross the line then. So it's Kuhl, Bartosik, Gonzalez, Pullinger up to 11th, then it's Al-Rawahi, Penequin, and Moransky. There it is on your screens. That's Michael Kuhl. Bartosik. Well, it must be a horrible feeling for Bartosik, because everything he's tried this weekend, it just hasn't worked, and he just hasn't been able to find the pace. Up ahead, Ferenc Kangsar not closing in on Konstantin Scholl or Kevin Ludi. Ludi set a new fastest lap last time round. Oh, and someone off. Well, not too sure that was, as we focus on Kevin Ludi, we have someone off further back in the circuit. Now, that's Michael Kuhl, who was 8th. So Michael Kuhl is going to drop right to the back of the field. And that's a shame for him, because he was leading that battle. But that has now promoted Bartosik to 8th place and Javier Gonzalez to 9th. New personal best lap for Ferenc Kangsar. He does a 60.701, but still can't make any huge inroads on Scholl or Ludi. Ludi's still the fastest of the 3 leaders at the moment, and Michael Kuhl further back, just pulling into the pits. That's a real shame for him. He was going pretty well in 8th place, and Michael Kuhl unfortunately finds his race ending early. Well, there is Kevin Ludi in shot now. About 2 laps to go then. Not long for Kevin Ludi, and it's fair to say the championship really in his hands now. He's already got one hand on that championship trophy, and I think all he'll need to do in the final is just drive round, stay out of trouble, and it's going to be hard for Kangsar or Bartosik to beat him. But with Kangsar so in the place he is, the Rotax Max Euro Challenge is always good for throwing up entertaining and dramatic racing. Anything could happen. Kevin Ludi hits problems and Ferenc takes advantage and wins. There's a chance that might hand the championship to him. So it's going to be a very interesting one to watch indeed. And could be an ending none of us are expecting, especially Kevin Ludi. But here he comes up towards the last corner now. That's the right-hander at the last corner. There's Scholl, there's Kagsar. That's the battle between Cosimo Durant, Mick Wieshofer and Willy Verlainen, who's going very, very well. He's gained a couple of places already, but this certainly the best running he's had all weekend. Again, no real inroads made from Kagsar. He's brought the gap down to 0.8 of a second between himself and Konstantin Scholl. The battle still rages further back. Bartas seemed to escape it in 8th place, but Pullinger has now passed Gonzalez for 9th, and all the way back to Alexis Corsal. They are still battling. Alexis Corsal will be happy to see that. He could do with making up a couple of places to boost himself up the order and give himself a chance at a podium on home soil in the later final. Well, here comes Kevin Ludi round the last corner. Last lap board goes out. On your screens then, Willy Verlainen past Cosimo Durant then. Mick Wieshofer is also passed as well. So last lap board out. Mick Wieshofer, leads them into turn 1. Willy Verlainen up the inside. Willy Verlainen's going to go through to 4th place. Brilliant move from Willy Verlainen. Cosimo Durant wasn't able to take advantage, but Verlainen goes through to 4th. Wieshofer drops to 5th. And Willy Verlainen on for his best result of the weekend here, especially now with Wieshofer and Durant fighting with each other. I'll keep one eye on that battle as we watch Kevin Ludi, who only has 3 corners to go now. And at the moment, Willy Verlainen clear. He's definitely going to finish 4th. Who is going to finish 5th though? Still very, very close as Slavinsky's now catching the group as well. But here's our leader and potential champion, Kevin Ludi. Only one more race to go, but Kevin Ludi takes the win, and that celebration tells us that perhaps that is the championship done and dusted, because I've never seen someone celebrate like that on a pre-final. And Konstantin Scholl comes to congratulate Kevin Ludi, and I'm not going to say this officially, but as Ferenc Kagsar congratulates him as well, I think provisionally Kevin Ludi is the 2016 Rotax Max Euro Challenge DD2 champion. Every driver congratulating him. Kevin Ludi, I can tell you, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and a very, very deserved champion. He's been working very, very hard at this for a few years now, Kevin Ludi. He's suffered a lot of bad luck over recent years, but Kevin Ludi, it's all finally come together for him, and well, every single driver taking the opportunity to congratulate him. And Kevin Ludi then provisionally the new champion. Well, you just saw the order on your screen, but I'll just recap that for you. Kevin Ludi takes the win. Konstantin Scholl 2nd, Ferenc Kagsar 3rd, then it's Willy Verlainen, Mick Wieshofer, Cosimo Durant, Ziana Slavinsky, Lucas Bartosuk, Xavier Gonzalez, Barry Pullinger, Pierre-Alexandre Penequin, Alexis Corsal, then it's Abdullah Al-Rawahi, Slawomir Moransky, Marius Raya, Michael Korf, which he did not finish, but Kevin Ludi, well, that's all the championships now decided, and Kevin Ludi should go out for the final, and it will just be a drive round.